Hey everybody, and welcome to the last episode of the Call of the Plaguebearer custom campaign. I've really enjoyed this campaign. I think it's been my favorite so far out of all of them. All of the custom ones I've played. I'm really digging this one. There's only two scenarios where I was just like, oh man, I don't like. Okay, there was one scenario I didn't like, and then one that was like not fun to play, but I don't think it was bad. But everything else, I've really enjoyed them. So we're in the last one, the Midnight Hour. Deck lists are on the screen. Let's read some stuff, shall we? Oh, we missed this interlude at the end of the last one. Check the campaign log. If you have been warned, we have not been warned. You have words for Herbert West. He's been lying to you, if not directly, then by omission, about his part in all this. As West motions around the clock room, babbling about the ritual, you grab him by the arm and demand answers. West quickly quiets. After a moment of staring each other down, he asks, "And just what are you accusing me of?" "Murder, conspiracy. Hell, he could be a thrall of Balshandor. He created the first among many. He was experimenting near where the pustule appeared. He has a nasty habit of vanishing just before things get bad. He may even have tried to kill you at St. Mary's." West frowns at you. "You're being ridiculous. If you insisted on wasting time here, I refuse to be part of it." He begins to pull away, but is held against your grip. We must decide. He can't be trusted, or he might be at fault. I'm going to say he can't be trusted. You can't risk leaving this to chance. Even if Herbert West isn't actively your enemy, he's a monster. West looks shocked as he pulls against your grip. Are we resorting to physical violence like cavemen? I mean, yeah, I'm Leo Anderson and Fit Edwards. What else can we do? I'm disappointed, and to think, without warning, West lunges at you, his emerald eyes gleaming and a syringe in his hand. You fall backwards, and as West swings, he trips over you and stumbles head first into the gear mechanism of the clock. What the fuck? He just got crushed by the gears of the clock? He trips over you and stumbles headfirst into the gear mechanism of the clock. As the clock begins to strike midnight, a sickening crunch fills the room. You begin to pull yourself to your feet when you hear an impossibly deep laugh. Already tearing each other apart. That's how I imagine Balshandor talks to me. You turn to see a massive green eye staring through the clock face. Before you can react, a red arm the size of a bus tears through the tower, sending you hurtling to the ground below. Balshandor has arrived on Earth. Death conquered Herbert West. That's it. The Midnight Hour, 12:01 a.m. Balshandor walks the streets of ARKHAM. At first, the monstrous figure seems to have destroyed all of Independence Square, but as you look closer, you realize it is Independence Square. Bits and pieces of the park and surrounding buildings form the bones of the creature you see before you, as though the flesh simply grew around them and knit itself together. This sinious evil now pursues you across the city. Your bones ache with exhaustion. Everything that's happened over this past endless day, the facility, the procession, the first among many, it's all led up to this. You steady yourself and prepare for one last desperate fight. Check your campaign log if you received a cryptic riddle. We have not. Setup. Gather all cards on these sets. Set the following cards out of play. Set the Unbound Power encounter set aside out of play. Checking campaign log. If Balshandor struck the first blow, or Death conquered Herbert West, each investigator must... It's been a long one day. Oh, yeah. We must either start the scenario with 2 damage and 2 horror, or search the collection for an injury, flaw, curse, or end times weakness and add it to their deck. I know which one I'm doing! Random weakness generator, please. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. That's a tarot. Madness is one of them? No, injury, flaw, curse, or end times. It's a pact. Madness was one of them. It wasn't. I did the same thing already. Injury, flaw, curse, pact. Curse! Injury, flaw, curse, pact. Cursed? Nope. Cursed does not curse. Pact. Oh, that's easy. That's just one card, more card for Finn. Okay, Investigator contains... Pact is not one of them? Fuck! End times. All right, there we go. Get out of there. Get in there. Injury, flaw, curse, end times, not pact. I don't know why I said pact. All right, I've done everything else. If Grayson cut ties and Hintz Roadhouse is in play, put the Grayson's Loyalist assets into play. Beautiful. Beautiful. We begin to play the lead investigator's choice, and then we shuffle and build. All right, let's see everything else that we got here. So the Loyalists are, if you control Agent Grayson, move Grayson's Loyalist to an adjacent location. At the end of the round, if it is not Act 1, you may exile Agent Grayson, flip this card, and resolve its story text. At the end of the round, Grayson's Loyalists deal 2 damage to each enemy at their location. Balshandor. I am the progenitor. All life bows to me. Your efforts are meaningless. I created COVID, etc., etc. He's weak. 2 attack. I scoff. All right. Okay. That's what I thought. All right. The worst has come to pass. Balshandor walks the streets of ARKHAM, seeking your death. Balshandor gains Hunter and Massive. Do not remove Doom from this agenda when it advances. After Balshandor leaves play, advance this agenda. Hey, there he is, the clock. It all comes down to this. Destroy Balshandor and end his reign of pestilence. His location gains the Miasma trait and Parlay. Investigate. If you succeed, in addition to discovering clues, deal 1 damage to Balshandor. Objective, defeat Balshandor. All right, there's a bunch of other stuff we need to read over here. Locations and flipping. The scenario contains enemies that are so large that they are also locations. The following rules apply to enemies that are locations. All location enemies automatically gain Massive. Location enemies cannot move or be moved. Investigate actions do not trigger opportunity attacks from location enemies, but movements do. When you reveal or flip to a location enemy, place clues on it until it has clues equal to its clues value. When a location enemy is defeated, instead of placing it in the discard, remove all non-horror tokens from it, then flip it. When you deal damage to location enemy from a player effect, discover X clues from it, where X is half the damage you dealt rounded up. Oh my god. When you discover clues from a location enemy using a player effect, deal X damage to it, where X is half the number of clues you discovered rounded up. When you flip the location, all enemies investigated at that location are considered to be flipped. Okay. Okay. I don't understand. But we want to be kind of farther away from Balshandor. We just got to set up. So let's move up here, I suppose, and let's see what our opening hands are. We're looking for a weapon. There's a weapon. There's another weapon. Okay. All right, let's see what Finn has first before we do this. Lola's good. I think all these other things can go. It's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. We get rid of you. I mean, I think Bandolier can go, and even this Hired Muscle can get out of here. That's more of a late game thing. Hey, I'm not upset about this opening hand. I'm not upset about it. Okay. Six health. He's a little baby. You know what? I actually want to start here instead. Finn can evade this guy pretty easily. Okay. Action 1. Action 2. Action 3. And then we're going to do a free evade against Balshandor. I guess we should see what these are, shouldn't we? You know what? Let's actually just see what these are before we do anything else. We're going to be investigating at 6? Yeah, okay. We're probably fine. Cultist is only -4. Yeah, okay, we'll move here, and then we'll do a free evade. Honestly, I'll even come with this quick thinking. We'll be 7 to 2. Nice. We'll investigate for our last... we'll investigate for our bonus action, which is going to be 5 to 1. Nice. And then this is... No, those are only enemy that are locations. Cool. All right. Leo. I think you're going to move in here. We're going to play Survival Knife. And then instead of gaining a resource, I think we're going to just attack Balshandor. We have 6 to 2. Nice. Put a damage on him. Okay, upkeep. Reliable's always sick. Okay. 1 of 3. Oop. Pay any amount of resources. Here's the top cards of your deck. Well, this is not Act 1. This location gains spend 2 player clues. Flip this location, resolve its story text. Imagine it's the same here. Okay. And then after you flip to a stable side, so these are all just those. All right. Test brain 4. If you fail, move 1 location towards the nearest miasma location. Rough start. Oh, I should have done that instead. I'm dumb. Okay. We're testing 2 to 4. 2 to 4. All right, so we'll take 2 horror. We're going to put it on our allies. Now it's our turn. Let's try to evade this guy, because we can do it for free at 6 to 2. Sweet. And then we're going to do the parlay investigate, because it's better than just investigating, I think. So we're going to investigate at parlay, investigate at 6 to 1. Nice. So we're going to get a clue, deal the damage. Then we're going to parlay investigate at 6 to 1. All right. Let's go again, 6 to 1. Cool. 3. All right, Leo. I think we're going to pull out a gun. Seems like a sick time to pull out a gun. Then we're going to stab Balshandor. We have 4, 5, 6 to 2. Okay, he'll take a damage. Excuse me, you do not belong in that player's hand. This dude's definitely getting tougher. Then for our last action, we're going to engage you. Okay. Enemy phase. This guy's going to attack us. We're going to exhaust this. We have 6 to hits 1. It's dead. Then we'll go upkeep. Okay, 2 of 3. Evil card here. We're going to test 4 to 4. We'll take 2 horror. That's rough because we don't have any soak. Hey. I think we want Leo to go first here. Finn should have 3 clues. Baby, it's cold outside. All right, Leo should go first. Let's attack this guy at 6 to 2. If you see deal 1 damage to enemy player, discover a clue from a location in play. We'll use that to defeat Balshandor for 1 action. When he defeat him. Check your campaign log. If the investigators controls a suspicious briefcase and you received a cryptic riddle. Otherwise, you have nothing. The Plaguebearer is everywhere and only growing. But if you can give him no quarter, nowhere to spread, proceed to Act 3, stunt the growth. Fighting the Plaguebearer isn't working, he's only growing further, but if you can purify his strongholds in ARKHAM and find a way to bind him, you can at least bind him to the spot. After you defeat and flip a miasma enemy, and you know the binding, and if you know the binding, we don't know the binding. Okay. After you defeat and flip a miasma enemy, if you know the binding, the investigators spend 2 players' clues as a group. Place 1 horror on the stable location side of that enemy. And then we also have to advance this. Death? You think you can threaten me with death? Bear witness to my demise. The being that is Balshandor explodes outwards like paste from a tube. Set Balshandor aside out of play. Move all doom from Agenda 1A to Agenda 2A and shuffle the set-aside copies of Growing Destruction, One of Many, and Fear the Writhing Life into the encounter deck. This. Death is my dominion, and death I only grow. Your weapons, your magics, they mean nothing to me. Now it is my turn to bear witness. Throughout the city, you hear a cacophony of destruction as entire buildings, suddenly overtaken with flesh, tear themselves free. Check your campaign log. For each location marked as infected, flip it over. So that'll be Ma's boarding house. Heart of Balshandor. After you start your turn to this location, move as much damage as you can from this location onto a single ally asset that you control. River Docks. Arms of Balshandor. What was this one? Heart. After you start your turn to this location, discard each kill card from your hand. And then the Chest of Balshandor. After you start your turn to this location, lose all your resources. Dark Horse, baby. If a location is recorded as Flame Touch, set the set aside Messenger of Flame. Advanced Act 1B. So that is the Ma's boarding house and the bank. Force. At the start of the enemy phase, if Messenger of Flame is at a miasma location with horror, defeat that location. Otherwise, move Messenger of Flame 1 location towards the nearest miasma location without horror. Parlay. If it is not Act 1 and the investigators spend 3 player clues as a group, out of desperation you seek a bargain with Cthugha. Flip this card over and resolve its story text. At the start of the phase, if messengers have a location without horror, flip that location. Otherwise, move messenger of the king one location towards the nearest miasma location without horror. The king. Okay, I'm confused. Let me go back and read about these. In death, the Plaguebearer has only grown. The entire city is becoming part of Balshandor. What chance do you stand against a monster the size of ARKHAM? Locations with horror on them cannot be flipped or make its attack of opportunity. At the end of the round, for each investigator at a non-miasma location without horror on it, you must either flip the nearest stable location or place one doom on the nearest... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Can I evade a location? Yeah. Yeah, I can evade a location, no problem. Okay, what do these guys do again? You got on the mindfuck that is this scenario. All right, what do these guys do? I'm confused. Defeat that location. That flips it back over. Flip it. Yeah, Kathuga, I've come to bargain. All right. Flip that location. What? This guy defeats it. What the frick? Okay, so it's just gonna be going whoop 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 whoop. Okay, okay, I think I get it. He says, not getting it. What do we frickin' do? We don't know the thing yet, so that's number one. I reckon you need to bargain with one of them to get the keyword on the act. I agree with that, but why is the point of flipping these? Finn can come down here and do a lot of work. God, we need a lot of fucking clues, man. I really could go for I could really go for like a frickin' throw me a bone here. Yeah, deciphered reality. I really need my frickin' compass. All right, but Leo has 2 actions left. I mean, Leo could come here and try to start grabbing clues, because it does not provoke attacks of opportunity. So we're going to investigate a 3-1. Let's also make this reliable. So 3-1. Nice. So that means we grab a clue and we place... Deal X damage where X is half the number of clues you discovered, rounded up. So this guy takes a little bit of damage. Finn, let's move in here. We're going to take our free evade. We're at 6-3. Cool. We evaded our location. They're going to write songs about me. Let's investigate our location. Oh, actually, sure, we probably should have investigated this first. You know what we're going to do? Before we went, we bought that clue with Lola. That's the correct course of action. All right, action number 2, we're going to investigate. We're at 5-1. -0. We're going to take 2 damage. Take 2 additional actions this turn. We're going to investigate at 5-1 for the first one. It's 2 additional actions, right? An additional action. All right, 5-1. Cool. And then we'll spend 1 of Leo's and 5 of Finn's to talk. If it is not Act 1. It ain't. Oh, crap! Oh, no! You kneel before the enigmatic yellow messenger. It lowers its towering mass to meet your gaze, then unfurls a lengthy scroll. With a wrinkled gray talon, it draws a ragged line across the bottom of the scroll, then beckons you to sign. Though the scroll is in a language you have never seen, you comprehend that your existence is the price that is demanded. You sign without hesitation, the knowledge floods your minds, sigils and incantations to renew the bindings. You must complete your task, then await the king's mercy. Remember that you know the binding, and remember that you owe Hastur your life, and then exile each copy of Unbreakable Will. Sure, don't know what that is. Choose up to 2 locations. Flip any miasma locations chosen this way. Place a horror on those. Oh, sure. So we can just do that. And now both of these are locked. And you ready. And you lose the damage. And you lose the clues too, right? I mean, yeah, we're probably going to make a deal with both of them. Remove this card from the game. See ya! Okay. We each gain 2 resources. I think we're going to drop a lockpicks for our last action. Okay, so now we just gotta flip some more. So we don't discard the clues from this location because these weren't defeated, they were just flipped. Because that said flip, not defeat. This guy defeats. He just lights them on fucking fire. Okay, start of the enemy phase. There's no miasma locations without horror, so this guy just... Oh, there's this guy down here. I'm coming for you. Oh. We chose the wrong one. We should have done this, but I mean, this is still fine, right? Okay, upkeep phase. All right, what's the next step on our journey? Well, obviously it's putting Doom on the agenda. Leo don't care. All right, we're not interacting with our thing at all. Okay, we're not interacting with our thing again. Okay. Lose one resource. Sure. Okay. This isn't really a problem for me, actually. That evade is a little bit tricky, but we can use our nimble on it, and even our Finn's trusty. We also could do these things. Interesting. Okay. We're going to spend a resource and use Lola to grab that clue. We probably want to start getting other locations flipped. And a non-miasma location without a horror on it. You must either flip the nearest stable. Okay, I think you just deleted my encounter card. Oh, it looks like I did. Well, we can grab another not yourself, copy it. Put this back in there, give it a little shuffle. It's tricky. This guy has 6. All right, well, let's just keep doing things. Let's move in here. Lose our resource, not gain a resource. That'd be freaking sick, though. We'll try to evade this guy. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8, 9. We want to pass it. Frick. We'll go again, 6 to 4, and hope we get a -2. Okay, sure. I guess we're going to investigate with our lock picks. It doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. We have 11 to 2. Sweet. Grab a clue, deal a damage to this guy. All right, so we're going to take a little bonk from the arms of Balshandor, but that's life. Leo hasn't seen an ally yet, which is a little bit unfortunate. But we can kill you next turn. We're going to move in here, and we're going to start working on this guy. After we damage, we get clues, right? Nice, okay. We're going to attack this guy with probably the survival knife, because we only need to deal 1 damage. So we're at, no, maybe we use the gun. Let's just see this. So we're at the gun. We're going to be attacking at 4, 6, 8 to 4. We can go 10 to 4. -2. So this guy's we're gonna draw a card to replace that. So this guy takes 2 damage from the firearm, and then an additional 2 damage from this, plus 3 damage. No, plus 2 damage. I can do math. So we dealt 4 damage, which means we get 2 clues. Then for our last action, I think we're going to use the survival knife here. We're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 4. Sweet. So we defeat this guy. We deal 1 damage to him, so we gain a clue. We defeat him, which means when they're defeated, they flip back over. They lose all of their tokens. And then after you defeat it, we can spend. So we'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to put this on him. And then after you flip it to it, each investigator at this location may return a skill card from their discard pile to their hand. I think we're going to return that Vicious Blow. Nimble. I ain't upset about that, man. Oh, I suppose I had to test this. I would have been at a miasma location, so we're just going to take the horror. That should have been gone. Yeah, it was a great turn for Leo. He really made up for Finn just absolutely shit in the bed, huh? Okay, so we got to do these 3, and then we got to figure out these ones. Okay. The only downside the only downside is now we just like don't do anything this turn. Okay. Upkeep. Faustian Bargain sick. 4 of 7. Evil card over here. I cannot be contained. Flip the nearest non-rally location to its enemy side. Then text X, Brain X, where X is that location shroud, or Foot X, where X is that enemy's fight value. This one. Belly of Balshandor. After you start your turn to this location, you automatically fail the next test. You take this phase as if you drew the auto fail. That's pretty frickin' wild, huh? It's pretty frickin' wild. So we're going to test Brain 2. So 4 to 2. Yeah, 4 to 2 is pretty fine. It attacks me. Oh, just one of each? Sure. That is scary because we don't have any soak. Finn's really just not his frickin' self, huh? Okay. Do we just repeat the same thing? Our skulls are now pretty spooky. Our skulls, excuse me, not you. Our skulls are now -4, so we just need to be aware of that. Okay. So we need to kill this guy before this guy does. Okay. After I defeat one. So I need to do it myself, Chain Dreamer. All right, we're gonna have Finn go first. Finn's gonna move in here. We're gonna try a free evade. So we have 6 to 5. I mean, I don't think it's gonna work, but we have the free of action. We might as well do it. Oh my God, it did. All right, then we're going to pick some block picks. We have 11 to 2. We'll grab a clue and deal 1 damage to this guy. Who won? Then we'll just go normally. We have 5 to 2. Yeah. Sweet, we should be out of this. 2. Okay, that's exciting. All right, Leo, move up here. We're going to shoot this guy. And we're going to commit the vicious blow to this. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 2. -4. So we succeed by 2. So we deal 2 on this one, and then 2 here, which gets us 2 clues. And I think I'm going to actually have Leo keep these ones. We do defeat this guy. So let's spend these clues to flip this guy over and put a horror on it. +1 skill to the end of the phase. We've done it. We've done it. And yes, we had a clue from the cultist token. Thank you. We're going to grab it from this location. Yeah, right now my objective is to get, at the end of the round, if each location has horror on it, we must advance. And apparently that's not like the final thing. We have to do something else after. Which is kind of wild to me. I mean, we are doing pretty good. So we need 8 more clues to do these. But luckily, like, Leo could probably handle that, at least on his own, and then Finn can go and start working on this stuff. And this guy's pissed that we're ruining all of his fun. So I think we're going to draw a card to try to find an ally. You're not the one we want. Upkeep. Upkeep. Hey, that's a good draw. Five of 7. I do think it's not a bad idea. I think you're 100% right. Foreign Library, the Brain of Balshandor. If you return to this location, discard cards until you have 2 in hand. 2 pops to the head will work. I guess we're going to test 1-1, huh? And we're doing a foot test. We'll go 2-1. Oh, that's rough. I hope for the best. No, I think we just do 1-1 and we hope and pray. Okay. Attacks me. That's so much fucking damage. We're dead if we draw a card now. That's really rough, man. That sucks so much. Oh my god, and that's an evil card. So this one right here is either Agent Grayson or it's just take 2 direct horror and die. Wow. Are you kidding me? All right, Leo, we just got to assume you're going to die. We got to move you in here. And then you're going to take some shots with this gun. We got to assume that this isn't Agent Grayson. We have 4, 6-1. 4-1. Fuck, we fucking miss. Let's just go again. We hit that time. All right, well, luckily Leo can get this on the survival knife. We can hope that he gets it there. All right, Finn, you have a free evade. We're at 6-3. We're gonna go 7-3. Nice. Leo also gets a clue. He does. Thank you. We evade this guy. We don't get to move, but I think we actually are going to just stay here this turn. Or we move up here and try to investigate instead. So we'll move up here for action number 1. We're going to lock picks this location. So we'll have 11-4. Nice. We succeed by 3. We just gotta hope that's not. We gotta hope that's Agent Grayson. Otherwise, Finn's gonna have to do a lot of work on his own, man. You know, we're actually gonna investigate this location and try to eat out some curse tokens. Cool. Just a fail. All right, this guy's going to attack, but we're going to fight back. We have 6 to 1. Nice. We'll defeat it, gaining the clue in the process. We'll spend 4 of our clues, leaving us with 1. Turning this into that. We draw 2 cards. Let's see if we're done. Hey, we're not done. Leo lives. Leo fucking lives, man. All right. Oh, and this guy would have moved here. These guys deal 2 damage to this guy. And then we go upkeep. Agent Grayson. The Lady Grayson! Okay. 6 of 7. Yeah, then I guess we just got to get clues for these rallied locations, huh? Oh, and I guess this lady would have started making her way up towards the miasma location as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cool. Okay. Evil card. Okay, well this could kill us. Six to 4. Oh, Leo lives. Leo lives. Oh, that's fucking sucky. That's a little bit sucky. It's a little bad, not good. Okay, what's our line? Leo comes in here and helps. Soak for Leo for sure. Well, yeah. No, we're playing Agent Grayson for sure this turn. You can come in here and then try to deal with this guy. I thought I fired this last bullet. I did, right? Because we took 2 shots at that guy. Move in here. Well, we're going to play you for sure. Then we move in here. We're going to engage this guy, and then we're going to attack him with the knife. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. He'll take a damage. Finn, you're going to move in here. You're going to attempt to evade this guy. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 3. Nice. Two actions remaining. I think we're just going to move down here. Yep. Okay. Cool. This guy's going to try to fight me. Okay. So we're going to fight back. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. Just don't draw a curse token. Nice. He's dead. These guys are going to kill this. The only downside is Leo is 2 away from going. He's just, if he draws the wrong card. Okay. Oh, we should have tested this 1 to 3. We failed. All right, at the end of the round, each investigator anonymy has a location without horror on it. You must either flip the nearest stable location. So this one. The Eye of Balshandor. At the start of turn, draw the top card of the encounter deck. Ooh, spicy. Spicy for sure. Okay. 7, this advances. I live, I die, I only grow. Resistance is useless, yours and others. Unbound, my power has no equal. Shuffle the set aside. Unbound power. The counter deck along with the discard pile. Get out of here. If the location recorded is the site of Unbinding, lead investigator draws the set aside flesh unbound there. Okay. Attached location. Investigators attached location are considered engaged with each miasma enemy during the enemy phase. Okay. Locations with horror on them cannot be flipped or makes attacks of opportunity. With each passing moment, I grow more powerful. Heed the call. My flesh will be your end. At the end of the round, for each investigator non-miasma location without horror on it, you must either flip the nearest location or place 1 doom on the nearest miasma enemy with no horror on it. Okay. Evil cards. What the fuck? This is the worst thing in the fucking world. Are you kidding me, man? Why would you do this? I think this is such a bad decision for the players to add. This reminds me of Eldritch Horror, where there was a Mythos card that made you lose. You shuffled a mystery you completed back into the deck. You'd never want to like. That's so frustrating, man. I'm like, this makes me want to stop playing. I joined at the right/wrong time. Were you talking about the Eldritch Horror Mythos card that undoes a mystery? Yeah, and how it's bad design. You never, it's what Shane Dreamer just said. You never want to take progress away. You only want to hinder progress in cooperative games. Because now I'm just like, there's no point in playing because I can just draw one of these cards. It's atrocious. You've removed that card from the deck? Okay. What is... Oh, you're the designer? I have to just say, this is fantastic. Your campaign is fantastic. Oh, no, you're talking about... Oh, so you're talking about the Mythos card. You're talking about the Mythos card. Well, if you were the designer, I will still say. I've also removed it from the deck. I do still think this campaign is fantastic. I just think this is... I'm so disheartened. I just can't fathom going more. But yeah, that Mythos deck, it's gone from my deck too. Because it's not fun. It's not fun to lose progress. Okay, it's my turn. Yeah, because if it was just after you enter a location, that's fine, because then you just like take a turn off. You lose actions. But the fact that I start my turn at a location and I have to move a damager or horror onto the card I control. Pretend that card is in the deck and place the other one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out a game plan of what I can do here to potentially come out on top of this and just play it as the designer intended. That's usually what I try to like to do here. Okay. Okay. You won't tell anyone? Well, it is going on YouTube, so there will be proof of it. I just have to figure out a plan. And I think that plan is starting with this Faustian bargain. After you play an event at this location, you gain a resource and draw a card. How wonderfully fitting. Well, guys, good news. No more Elder Signs, so its final score is 19. It did great. It did fantastic. Okay. We're going to spend 2 of that money we just got to buy a clue off our location. Then we're going to use our lockpicks to go at 11 to 2. 9 to 2. Cool. And then we're going to investigate at 5 to 2. Oh, no, yeah, 5 to 2. Oh yeah, we should do that instead of lockpicks. It's a great idea. Let's go back in time. Put that one back. Eavesdrop the enemy instead. Eavesdrop the enemy. All right. What's your evade value? 2. All right, so we got 5 to 2. Let's go 7 to 2. Nice. Grab 2 clues. And then we will spend 4 to flip and resolve the story part of this card. We combine the back catalogs for any of use, for anything of use, witness testimonies, old wives' tales. We found this cursed camera. Supposedly kills anyone it takes a picture of. I'm not touching it, but Minnie swears that if you're careful with it, it might be a real help. Doyle gestures the camera nearby, sitting alone on an empty desk. Then an investigator from this card must choose. Each investigator may search the deck and discard pile for an event and play it. Flip any number of non-rallied locations. Place a horror token on a location. Then flip this card back over and place a horror token on it. Well, I would like to put it up here, please. Then we're going to play this cigarette case. Yeah. So we were able to play around it a bit, but now we have to, like, be prepared for this card everywhere. And the thing is, we're really at risk of potentially running out of clues. Okay. Leo. We're going to play Knuckle Duster. We're going to play Emergency Cash and then gain a resource. Okay. This guy moves in here. She moves up there. This guy moves there. And then this person gets one of those. Okay. Upkeep. This guy gets a doom on him, by the way. Oh, no, because we have horror on our location. We're fine. All right, so we need a bunch more clues. Chat, unfortunately, just so everyone knows, I will be able to metagame a little bit. And if I see the bad card here, that's becoming a call in favors. So we can kind of cheese it a bit. That's what we call gaming the frickin' system, man. Oh, sorry, wrong card. Flip the nearest non-rallied location to its enemy side. I think you had a doom twice. Oh, I love when I make those mistakes. It's a lot better than Justin. This guy deals +1 horror. And then I'm like, frick! Locations on horror them cannot be flipped or make attacks of opportunity. So the nearest non-rally location to its enemy side. So nothing flips. Nothing flips. Nope. What are you? Aloof Hunter. If one of the many's location when it would be flip, cancel that flip, remove all non-horror tokens from that location, and deal 1 horror to each investigator. Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. This goes at the start of the enemy phase, right? Whoo, baby, okay. Sorry. Okay. So what we should have done as well, at the end of your turn, when your turn ends, are those the same timing windows? Because if they are, I would like to move here with Agent Grayson. After defeat, you may flip its location and resolve any story text. I think so. I think so too. So I would have liked to have been here. Because I know the forced happens first, so that card would have been gone and we could have moved in here no problem. Okay. Sorry, you should not have a damage, you should have a doom. Finn comes in here, he evades, and then he tries to grab a clue off the location. That'll deal a damage. Leo comes in, punch, punch. That gives him 2 clues, which is enough for us to do it. Okay. Alternatively, the boys can meet in here. 1, 2. He can grab this, engage that. Then they come in here. We kill him, try to get double horror. That seems pretty good. I think Leo needs a bit more soak as well. What's better? What is better? I think it's better if we both end here. 1, 2. Oh, also play you for some soak. 3, grab you for action number 3. I mean, we can try to get some clues. 1, 2, evade. No, because we can't get out of that location, but we could still do it, right? We can go 1, 2, and we can investigate. What's the shroud here? 4? 4 is pretty high, but we can use these lockpicks to our advantage. I think that is fine. Do we also take the free evade? I mean, we'll try the free evade. It's the right thing to do, right? 6 to 2. We're only engaged with this guy. And it's only during the enemy phase when we're engaged with them. It's only during the enemy phase. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the free evade. We're at 6 to 2. We might as well. Yeah, because that's why you do it, right? Because then you grab a clue here and evade that guy for free. Then we're going to lockpicks this. So we got 11 to 4. Nice. We'll look at 7 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh. I think we grab the quick thinking here. I think it's the best bang for our buck. Okay. Enemy phase. This guy defeats that location. And we should have one of these clues as well. Excuse me. After this flips, return their highest cost asset. Lola! And then we get a clue. Now it's the enemy phase. This guy's going to try to attack Leo. This guy moves up here. This guy's going to try to attack me. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1. Get out of here, punk. Okay. At the end of the round, this location flips over. and then it gets its clues back. And the war rages on. We're at 3 of 11, 2 of which is on the agenda. Test Brain 3, if you have heeded the call, you must reveal an additional token. Okay, sure. For each point we fail by. Okay, Leo, you need to not fail this. But you're testing 4 to 3. Ooh. Okay. So we have to draw 3 encounter cards. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're testing 1 to 3. We're going to fail this one for sure. Oh, I'd love to eat some curse tokens, though. All right, so you're there. So this, after you successfully fight or investigate, discard a card at random from your hand. Double discard. After you defeat a miasma enemy, discard Fear of Writhing Life. Okay. Finn! Should have gained 1 less resource from this. Hired muscle. I'll always forget that just because I don't manually do my upkeep. Okay. Finn still does need his evil card. Good call. Evade, move. Get bonked by this guy? Yeah, we're fine. Try to evade this guy. Okay. We should be down some resources for sure. All right, we're going to try to evade this guy with our free evade, I think. Yeah. We're going to commit this quick thinking. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. Ooh, that sucks. All right. We can do that. God, this scenario is freaking stressful. We're going to try to evade this guy at 6 to 3. Hey, look at that. Move here for action number 2. Let's also look at the top 3 cards because we're not doing any other tests this turn. I guess I'll take the Nimble. Oh, I guess I'll take that one. Let's test this 2 to 3. Cool. Oh, no, sorry. I have to do one last action. We're going to grab this guy. This is the worst combination. Leo, don't miss. We're going to attack the one of many with the survival knife first. Yeah. Yes. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 1. He'll take a damage. We discard a card at random rightmost. Nice! That's great news. We're going to use the Knuckle Dusters. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 1. Don't miss. Nice. This guy's dead. We'll discard a card at random. After you defeat it, you may flip its location and resolve any story text. Let's go. The investigator for this card must choose one. Each investigator may return any assets in play to their hand and play any number of assets from their hand as if they cost 0 resources. It's a really good ability. I don't think we do. I think we just lock these down. We just put a horror on everything. And that does finish the act. The city falls silent. The world seems to fall away. All that exists is you and Balshandor. He looms in your vision, the same shape as before, but thrice his previous impossible size. Enough. Die. In moments you are swallowed whole. Remove each location and story asset at those locations from the game. Discard each enemy that was removed this way. We didn't get to make a deal with him, which is a little bit unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? That was Leo's last action. No, Leo has one action left. Because we punched and we punched. Put aside. Move each location and story asset the location of the game. What? We're at the soul of Balshandor. I think they're all one way. Okay, well, we'll get those all set up. I'm going to assume that's going to go. All of those up there. Are these double-sided? They are. Same rules. Hi, I'm Balshandor. How's it going? The Plaguebearer is defeated. His plots foil. It's time to end this nightmare once and for all. When you defeat him as a location enemy, deal player damage to Balshandor. When location enemy enters play, heal player damage from Balshandor. After you defeat Balshandor, immediately advance. Dude, am I just crawling around in his little organs right now? Balshandor. Okay, and then these are like that. Oh, excuse me. Alright, when you defeat a miasma location enemy, deal player damage to Balshandor. When location enemy enters play, heal player damage from Balshandor. After you defeat him, immediately advance. We have one action left with Leo. Retaliate, alert, Double action parlay, move to the mind. Okay. Okay. I guess we're just going to draw a card to end our turn. Oh no, we put it on him instead of me. Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll still draw the card. This guy's going to attack us. So we're going to survival knife. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the game's 3. Nice. We'll deal 2 damage to him, flipping him over, giving us a clue. We defeated a miasma enemy. Interesting. That goes up here. We discard a card at random. That's not good. We do deal 2 damage to this guy, though. We just got to do it a few times. Okay. I get it. I mean, luckily that's actually, like, pretty... Woo! Oh, that's Finn's job. Okay. I think this is very doable. Upkeep. Guard dog sick. Guard dog goes woof woof. It's also kind of sick. 3 of 11. Strength of flesh. No, we just don't interact with that. 1 of many. That's actually kind of beneficial. That's also really nice. Okay, this is actually, dare I say, pretty sick. I think we can win this turn. I think we got it this turn. I think we do. Okay, I think we have Leo go first. So at the start of his turn, if there's another investigate your location, flip this location. If one of many is at a location when it would flip, cancel that flip, remove all non-horror tokens from that location, and deal 1 horror to each investigator at that location. So that's going to kill Hired Muscle, and we'll put a horror on Finn. We're going to play Guard Dog for some soak. And then we're going to go 1. No, sorry. We parlay. Oh, no, we can't. I mean, we can just soak the damage, right? We can come here. We can move, take an attack of opportunity, put 2 damage on Guard Dog, and then Guard Dog will bite back for 1 damage, giving us a clue. So that's us. We move up here. 1, 2. Last action, we're going to fight this guy. We're going to use the survival knife. Because then we have... No, sorry. We're going to use the knuckle dusters. We have... 4, 5, 6 to 1. Oh, sweet. Okay. So we'll deal 2 damage to this guy, flipping it, dealing 2 damage to him. And then with that cultist, which has been a thorn in my side the whole time, we're going to use that to put a damage on this location, flipping it, defeating Balshandor. The cultist came in to save the day. We have to discard a card. Advance. Impossible. You cannot win. You are nothing. I am undone. If you conquer death, proceed to resolution 7. Makes me win in the end. That's what we call winning with style. We did not, so we go to resolution 3. The massive form of Balshandor seizes up, then begins to rapidly rise in temperature. You feel both the flesh of the Ancient One and your own begin to bubble and burst. Before you can even scream, your consciousness leaves you. Haster, baby! Resolution 4. Sorry? Yeah, resolution 4. I'm going to assume that means resolution 5, because resolution 3 is my own resolution. So resolution 5. You stir awake at the sound of pounding on the door. They found you again. These fools don't understand the king. The Plaguebearer may have been bound by your previous actions, but he is not truly defeated. Humanity will never be safe until its proper leader has entered our world. You've taken steps to help. The manuscript signed in blood sent to individuals of note. It's not your fault if their minds could not handle the second act. Only the strong will serve at the throne of the tattered king. These are the thoughts that flash through your mind as the door splinters off its hinges. In moments you will die, but this fate is acceptable if it is the cost you pay to save all of humanity. Recording your campaign log that the Plaguebearer was bound anew. Each investigator is killed in service to the king, and we win the campaign. Nice. Great campaign. Epilogue. Oh. Sick. Really sick. Yeah, I think that was my favorite campaign. Apart from, I do think that, like, obviously we made it work. Like, we were able to take advantage of it at the right time. But I think this was bad. I still think this was just not great. It's just a little, I agree with what Shane Dreamer said. You should never take away progress. You should hinder progress. I think it's just a little bit cheeky. Like, I mean, I did crush it in the end. Like, we had so much time left, right? But I still just think design like that ain't great. Ain't great. You don't want to do that to your players. I think it's just not good. I think it's just not good. Great scenario. Great campaign, though. Good final scenario. Once you understood what the heck was happening, it was really cool. It took a little bit to grok that information, but I do think it was a really good campaign. Yeah. I'm curious now. I want to see some of this other stuff. I mean, maybe I could just do it on a playthrough. I could do it again. One mental trauma. 2 experience and 1 mental trauma. Interesting. Oh, it was a good thing. Chat didn't lie to me. They were telling the truth. I wouldn't. More cultists is pretty spooky scary. So you don't have to, it's true. Oh, look at all that. You win the campaign in there. But you're like super killed. Interesting. Great campaign. Absolutely great. I still think overall it was my favorite of the whole thing. I think it was just great. The auto-fail really tried to really put a show on in that last scenario. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? It ended really close. We started today with twice as many Elder Signs than we did auto-fails. That's crazy. Okay, big thank you to everyone who's watching and to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, Patreon's a great way to do it. You get access to a bunch of cool stuff, as well as, you know, get to help us make more videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.